And we are back at the graveyard. Hello everyone, this is Tobe Wonderland, and just real quick, this is something that gets commonly missed in this area. If you look up as soon as you walk into Dampé's grave, you can see the controversial that's a funny way of saying that word. Controversial crescent moons that were in older versions of the game. Now, interestingly enough, I'm going to go ahead and talk about that quick over the race. That very spot where the crescent moons were at, they actually don't get changed until the VC version. Pretty much everything else gets changed. And by the way, I'm going to take a different path. I recently found out that you don't have to follow him directly. You can take other paths. Although that was a dead end right there. That was kind of stupid on my part. And it's not even really a race. It's just a matter of getting to the door in time before it seals up. And another dead end, but I think I could still make it. This is another thing I'm going to show too, a weird mechanic with Dampé. He went that way. He seems to slow down, despite if you get pretty far behind. So he is kind of generous. Like I said, this isn't even really a race. So even if you get hit by his flames or whatever, it's easy to just catch up with him. But I just thought it was weird that you could take alternate routes and it still would take you to where he's going. I just thought that was the weirdest thing in the world. You would think that they would be dead ends as well, but they're not. Anyway, we still make it to Dampé, and he's pretty impressed that we kept up with him. Even though minute 14 was terrible, that's because I got hit by flames and got sidetracked with dead ends. Obviously that will take away from a good time if you want to get through pretty fast. But anyway, I was talking about the controversial crescent moons that were in Dampé's grave, and yay for being on the chest when it appears. We're gonna get our hook shot. Yeah, in Dampé's grave, they actually don't remove it till the VC version, which just about everything else, like all the switches and the blocks that you push that have that crescent moon, get replaced with the Gerudo symbol that was introduced in Majora's Mask. Okay, I had to think for a second. Song of Time here. I don't know why I'm drawing blanks all of a sudden. I should know what I'm doing completely. How many times have I played this game and I still stumble upon parts where I'm like, what the heck am I doing? You wouldn't expect that to happen, but with the way my mind works, I'm always in a wonderland. And speaking of wonderlands, we got this lovely song playing. It drives you insane if you just constantly listen to nothing but this for not even just hours, but even minutes on end. It still has a charm to it, though, that I kinda like about it. But, as I said, it's one of those insane songs. Anyway, we are going to learn the Song of Storms, despite the fact that we already have the Lens of Truth. We actually need the Song of Storms for other uses, that's why I'm learning it. Particularly, one of the heart pieces I know requires the song. It was actually the frogs, which did I show? No, I don't think I showed the frogs that are at Zora's River. That's okay though, because all you get is 50 rupees from playing individual songs to them. And then the Song of Time has different results as well. Or is it this song? I don't remember now. I'll find out though when I go back as Child Link and finish that little side quest off. And real quick, we'll go ahead and walk over here so that I can quickly demonstrate something that I mentioned about before, I think in a different video. You can just reach up there with Adult Link just like that. So if you miss that heart piece, that's your chance to grab it. Talk about unintentional glitches. Anyway, I'm going to go back to Dampé's grave so I can re-race him to get the heart piece. I will see you guys back when I get there. Oh, thank God! You don't know how happy I am to finally do that. I said I would be back to race Dampé, and oh my God, this took several tries. I really have no strategies. I was just staying silent throughout that whole race there because I just truly had to concentrate to get through. As you saw, I got there just in time. One more second, and I definitely would not have pulled that off. But I did that for the hard piece. Okay guys, I am back here at the Lost Woods. We're gonna move on and go right to the Forest Temple. Oops, I did not play the right song at all. There we go. So, coming up, the Forest Temple. I have mixed opinions on how I feel about it. I'll talk a little bit about it later, I guess, but for now, we're just gonna make our way there first, I suppose. Anyway, play Saria's song to get past Mido, and go the same path that you normally do. And just like that, you will make it to the Sacred Forest Meadow. Nothing difficult about that at all. And here we have the Moblin Infested Maze. I guess the Moblins are here just to indicate Ganondorf's presence. I don't know. Because Ganon/Ganondorf is a Moblin. Speaking of Moblins, why do I not see one coming down this path? I'm like barely tapping my control stick because I do not want to get attacked suddenly. And there it is, I do see the little varmin. And he's about to get spiked. For some reason, the hook shot can only pierce them in certain spots. Like there, I tried to hit it, and it didn't work because it apparently hit armor. There we go. Knock it right in the butt. Anyway, we're not going to actually take on the Moblins. We're going to do this glitch that I've been showing a couple times already. That would be the ground jump, and I screwed it up already. Let's try again with a different bomb. Okay, put it down. Oh, and I didn't do it fast enough. Nope, I didn't. Okay, try again. Put the bomb down, draw the sword, put the sword away. Okay, activated. And if we do a ground jump right here, we can grab up on top of the maze and just skip by all these guys. And I love how they are completely oblivious to me leaping above their heads. Whoa, Link just spazzed out there, that was weird. Anyway, we got the last Moblin here. He's pretty easy to avoid. You can just roll past him, actually. You don't even have to fight him. For the longest time, I actually did not know that. I thought you had to actually take him on. And it's actually interesting, because in the Ocarina of Time 3DS 3D version, they actually introduced a cutscene, I guess, that triggers whenever you encounter them, both for the regular quest and Master Quest on that game. And hello, Sheik, who's going to brief us on life lessons. I believe in this instance, if I'm not mistaken, it was about memories of the past with our friends. I think. And how time flows. Because we're all part of the great big circle of life. I do like this song, though. This is probably my favorite Ocarina song, I would say. The Minuet of Forest. It's also one of the more intricate songs, because I feel like its melody, compared to the others, is more, I guess, like, unique. I don't know how to describe it. But, like, as you play all the notes, almost all of them are different, except, like, the ending parts. But I think that's kind of cool how the Warp songs kind of have the actual melody that you must play. Like, because the other songs you just play simple notes, like Zelda's Lullaby, it's left, up, right, you know. Or Saria's song, down, right, left, down, right, left. It's just simple melodies. But the actual Warp songs for when you're an adult have actually unique note patterns where they're a bit trickier to remember. But I guess it's because it's, you can only have so many simple notes combined together at once, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So at some point, you are going to have actual melodies. I'll probably go ahead and get that gold sculptula. Okay, here we are at the Forest Temple, though. Oh, I guess I caused the Wolfos to appear. Because I can, like, faintly hear it down below me. Like, swiping its claws. They're completely optional. Yeah, I hear the other one got activated as well. I'm just gonna go ahead and get my keys, though. Yeah, this place, I like the theme of it, but I hate the layout. And I'm gonna completely ignore them. Oh, there's a... I'm gonna try to do something quick coming up here once I get to the main room. I'm gonna equip 2 different items here. Bug. I just love how that's one character. I guess that means bug. I don't know. That would be my guess, though. If you have a bottle bug or a fish... Hopefully I can do this correctly. Okay, this is all about timing. Okay, let the bugs out. Then you're gonna swipe the sword, and you're gonna scoop them up again. I have to, like, pause buffer here so that I can get the right frame. I don't think... No, it didn't work, actually. Nope, I was too quick. What I was trying to do was make it so that Link could move during the cutscene, so that the trigger that appears for it says you got a bug in a bottle would come up instead of the cutscene playing, and it would allow Link to move. And by doing so, you can get to the elevator before it actually sinks down, but it's okay. It was just a neat trick I thought I'd show. And we can actually get to the boss right now. I could technically do the glitch right now, but I want to get the bow. You don't actually need the bow to defeat the boss in this temple. You can just use the hook shot. I have tried bombs, they don't work. I did this on a practice run, actually. It seems that the hook shot and the bow are the only things that work on the boss in its first phase. Because I was just trying to find ways, if there was alternate methods for defeating it. But to no avail, there is not. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and take on to Stalfos. Crouch stabbing does work pretty good here, that's why I did a jump slash so I could charge it up. But, of course, naturally, I am going to take damage a good bit. Oh, not too bad. I thought I would do worse than what I'm doing here. I guess not. That went pretty well. Okay, yeah, I only took 1 heart of damage. I got all panicked for nothing, really. There's another Stalfos fight coming up, though. That's a bit trickier. We want to come to these rooms, though, because I need to get as many keys as possible, because this dungeon seems to like having keys. Okay, I just remembered that there's a fairy there. Yeah, I guess I can get another fairy. I don't really need bugs right now. Watch, it's probably going to run right into me, though. Where'd it... Oh, if it disappeared, I'll just walk out and walk back in. They respawn. Ah, the beautiful things about fairies. And whoa, that time I wasn't even, like, barely standing by it, and I still caught it. That was weird. Anyway, we got 2 keys. That's exactly what we need, and I do need to get Farore's Wind out right now, so I don't forget like I did in Jabu Jabu's belly. But it's actually really helpful to use right here. I'll be doing another clipping glitch later on. That's why I'm setting up the warp point to be right here. It's actually, I like how it was like right above my head, right where I was standing. But I did just come out of the door, so that makes sense that it would, like, stay still right there. Okay, refill our magic, and we're not quite ready to move on that direction yet. I almost forgot that you have to get another key that's over in the courtyard. Let's whip out the Ocarina. Song of Time again? But anyway, what was I thinking? I felt like I had a different subject I was completely on. Oh well. Oh, I guess about the Forest Temple. Right now I seem to be doing good because I did remember that I have to get multiple keys in this place. Almost every time I play this, though, I get so sidetracked and I always forget that you have to use so many keys to get through the normal way. And I just get so turned around in this place because of... It's literally a maze. Like, not just the Sacred Forest Meadow, but the layout of the Forest Temple itself is just a maze. And I get lost pretty easily on most playthroughs of this place. I like the theme, though, where it combines like a castle slash fortress with the foresty, like, woods theme. And by the way, those vines that I just passed by, if you somehow enter the temple as Child Link, you can actually clip through the vines there to get to the boss. Now, as I mentioned, you can't use bombs against the boss in this temple. So, I don't know if the boomerang or... I'm not sure why I opened that chest, by the way. But as Child Link, I don't know if the boomerang or the slingshot will work against Phantom Ganon, who's the boss. That was really no surprise, actually. But from what I'm aware of, I believe if you do somehow defeat the boss, the game actually just freezes. Because, obviously, on normal circumstances, you're not supposed to be fighting that boss as Child Link. What am I doing? Oh, switch to drain the water. For some reason I thought there was like a gold Skulltula, but I guess not. Again, I'm not really actively seeking them out, it's just they happen to be on my mind at the moment. Oh, that was good. I didn't take damage. Let's get away from you. Make our way down here. And I had to remember for a second, but this isn't Master Quest version where there's like an eye switch on the wall when you go into the lower floor here. Where I guess it's a well. I don't know what you really call this place. It's not required to drain if you have the iron boots. You can just use them to go through. But since I'm not doing dungeon skipping, like sequence order, I don't have that item. I don't know why it took me forever to say that line. Anyway, since I have 3 keys, I am going to go ahead and move on. We're actually going pretty fast through here. I didn't use Ferori's Wind because I'm right here at the room, so it didn't make sense to use it. Plus, I'm not at the item yet, so I haven't gotten quite far away from that room yet.